I rarely give interviews, as I'm a rather private person. But you've been so charming that, well, I guess I can make an exception. And you have been so appreciative of my garden. I love my garden. I spend all of my time out here, well, as much as I can, I guess. I feel alive, and at peace out here. The air is always cool, never too humid. I like that. And my little dog, Max, loves it out here as much as I do. If I could, I'd spend all year out here, winter, summer, spring and fall. Well, that is all year, isn't it? Writing is about life. Your life. And your reactions to it. I write about the world I know. Not the world I don't. Because, quite candidly, what do I know about the rest of the world? I can imagine things, of course. I have the most vivid imagination. But ultimately, it has to be from my perspective, which hopefully is enough to interest the reader.
I always knew my Virginia would make her mark in the world, either as someone in her own right, or the wife of someone else in their own right. I just wanted her to be as happy as her mother and I were for many years.
Many, many years.
I'm as proud as any father would be.
I didn't want my daughter trapped in a stifling marriage. If she had to be in a marriage, I wanted her to be in one that was nurturing, that encouraged her explorations and flights of fancy. I wanted her to feel sustained and supported. I wanted this more than anything.
My mother was hugely into the Bloomsbury Group, read everything, saw it all, devoured it devotedly.
The Bloomsbury Group was a new philosophy, a new way of looking at things in a new century.
She went to Bryn Mawr, of course.
Vanessa Bell, Duncan Grant, Lytton Strachey, Dora Carrington, and of course, Virginia Woolf, who soon became much more than just Leonard Woolf's wife.
And naturally, I was named for Virginia Woolf. Before the rocks, that is.
Yes, I named her for Virginia Woolf. A trailblazer and an original voice, an original spirit.
Of course, I always loved animals. Was crazy about them. Especially horses. My first horse, Sugar, was a special favorite. He wasn't a glamour horse, but he was a love, probably the most loyal creature I've ever known. He was a beautiful soul. An argument for reincarnation. My girlfriends and I used to go everywhere. My summer girlfriends and my winter girlfriends. The winter girlfriends were the school friends, but the summer girlfriends were my real playmates. We used to go everywhere together. The beach. Road trips. We were inseparable. They weren't just an escape from mother, they were sisters. Real sisters. Love with a pet is a safe bet. Love with other people can prove more elusive. I've had lots of experience, but perhaps not a lot of success. I married 3 times. 2 more than I'd ever hoped, but, well, we dream of things as girls. My first husband, Dan, was a bank clerk. Sweet, handsome, dependable, bland. He tried awfully hard, but, after a while it was clear that we were better on paper than in reality. Dan drank a bit, or at least, he started to after we were married. I was never really sure if I hadn't noticed before, or just chose not to. In any event, it appeared there would be no real advancement at the bank and he started to drown his discomfiture more and more. 2 years later, I met Dominic Dieterade, a photographer. He was very exciting, attractive. I guess some would have called him a sexual animal, the opposite of Dan.
I slept with many of my subjects. They were happy about it.
Not a good bet for a husband, but change can be very seductive.
I'm very handsome, I know, but that only helped me in my work, so I won't beat myself up over it.
We separated after 3.5 years. Then there was my time with Rhonda. I thought maybe she was what I'd been missing all along. But not really. She wanted to be a free modern woman, but she just wasn't ready. I've tried. I've stayed open. Love, the kind I'm looking for, is very, very, very elusive. Writing is my life, my joy, my everything. Besides gardening, that is. And, of course, Max. And my family, of course. I'm saving all my work together. I know the conoscenti like it, and there's been some private published editions. But I'm gathering it all together, so that one day there will be a major publication of the work, and you can see it all in its proper context.